So let's go over 7 things today that set Good Works Tractors apart from the competition. And so the first thing is going to be that I am the sole employee of this company. So anything that you see related to Good Works Tractors is going to be something that's done by me. So all the inventory here, it's all purchased by me. It's all sold by me. So I am the inventory specialist, I guess I would say. So I'm going to handle all the purchasing from the other dealers that I work with. I'm going to handle all the selling. So if you contact Good Works Tractors, whether it's a text message, a Facebook message, through YouTube, through email, through phone, any way that you contact is going to come right to me. I'm going to be the person that helps you out and takes care of business with you. Same thing's going to be said for the website. Anything that's updated on there, all the YouTube videos, anything that's put on Facebook, on Instagram. So I do have some help. At some points I have a really good family friend who does a good job helping me out with deliveries on occasion when he has time. And then I also have my father-in-law who will help me on occasion cleaning up some of these tractors here that you see, as well as doing some deliveries for me. Unfortunately, he is in Arizona for the winter months right now, and my family friend, Paul, that helps out as well, he is employed full-time. I have some sporadic help, which does prove very beneficial and helps me focus on some of the bigger tasks that I need to do while sourcing out those other tasks there. Okay, let's get on to point number 2, which is going to be that we have all of our tractors and equipment stored inside. And so you'll see it here. This is going to be one of our storage units here. We like to keep everything dry, out of the weather. It's a very windy day outside. You may hear some wind noise out there right now when we go out that way to the other unit. But I like to keep these tractors stored inside where they're clean. It's not heated in here, but it stays a pretty good temperature, typically around 40, 45 degrees even in the wintertime. We do a great job shining up all these tractors, getting them nice and clean and looking in original showroom condition for you guys, and we want to keep them that way. And plus, if it's bad weather outside, if it's going to be raining, if it's going to be snowing, if it's going to be windy and cold and just a nasty day, we want to have someplace comfortable for our customers to look at, and we think this is a good representation of that. So I'll show you over the next unit too. Now you will see we do store our attachments outside. So we're thinking about getting a canopy to put over top here to help keep those out of the elements as well, but that's going to be more of a long-term solution. Okay, so let's take a look inside our other storage unit here. So as you can see, here we are, another 1,000 square foot of storage space. We keep the larger equipment in here, our 2 series, our 3 series, our 4 series, and so on. Typically, we're going to carry around 15 to 20 tractors in stock at any given time. You know, as we sell them, we're going to replace them. And so you can see here we have a good representation. We are heavier on John Deere right now than Kubota, as you probably noted, but we do love our Kubota tractors and really find them to be good pieces of equipment. So this leads into the third thing that sets Good Works Tractors apart, which is that we are not a retail storefront. Okay, so we are a online based, very heavily internet marketed company that we have the ability to ship all across the country and deliver all across the country. That also means that it gives us flexibility for our customers, so that when they're working 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 during the week and on a Saturday morning, they don't have to try to take off time to come in and see us. We are available 24/7, 365 days a year. So on those evenings during the week, even on Sunday afternoons, like yesterday afternoon, I met with a customer out here to look at a tractor. We're unorthodox. We intend it to be that way. We want to be as convenient for our customers as possible and make it a great shopping experience, and that's one of those things that helps set us apart. So moving on, down the list of things that make us Good Works Tractors. I forgot what I was going to say. Let's start that over. So one of the questions I'm asked a lot is, how did you even get into a business like this? You must have worked at a dealership at some point in your life and just decided to go out on your own. And no, really, I mean, I've just kind of always had an entrepreneurial spirit, even when I've worked for other companies. It's just been something that I've been passionate about, something I enjoy doing. I like interacting with folks. I like the idea of buying and selling. When I was in college, I actually started my first business. I bought a cell phone off of eBay back when flip phones and Nextel, if you guys remember that, were a big thing. But I bought a phone off of there. I thought I got a good deal on that, and I turned around and sold it. You know, I made a few bucks, and then I did the same thing a few more times over and over. And after that, I started to see on eBay that there are these bigger companies that that sold refurbished phones or used phones or whatever you may have there. And so I started contacting them, and I would buy 10 at a time or 15 or 20 at a discounted price and try to sell those on my own. And that's how that kind of blossomed and grew from there. And eventually I was able to buy my first house and my first truck and all that stuff based on that business before I had even graduated college. So it was a pretty cool experience. And then the economy kind of turned, and I had some hard lessons that I had to learn as well. And so I went to work for a company, and all throughout that time I kind of had hobbies. I went and bought a boat and did the same thing as I did with phones. I bought the boat, I used it, but then I had it listed for sale, and I made a few bucks and kind of grew from there and did that more and more with boats. And that was kind of where a hobby started to turn into a part-time business almost. And eventually I needed a tractor, and so that's what I did. I did the same thing. I looked for a good deal on a tractor and just kind of turned it over and built it up. And over the years I've been very fortunate to develop a lot of relationships within the industry and be able to take lots of good trade-ins and very clean low-hour equipment that's very specific for what I'm looking for my customers. Something that's clean, newer, lower hours, no problems, looks very well, looks as well as it runs. That's very important to me. I want things, you can see this glossy green finish here on everything, and these shiny yellow seats. That's how I want my equipment to run. I don't want rust buckets or anything like that at all. So that's kind of what we're all about here at Good Works Tractors. One of the other things that I think sets us apart is where we get our equipment from. A lot of places out there wonder how we can possibly have all this equipment with low hours on it, how we acquire it. But the truth is that it all comes from other dealers. They're all trade-ins when they sell a new one, and then as a new piece of equipment. And we're often asked if we get our equipment from auctions or rental companies, and we do not do that. We specifically avoid those kinds of places. Auctions, it seems to be that there's always a reason for a piece of equipment going to an auction that we want to avoid as well. And from rental companies, there's just too many operators that are using a piece of equipment. That can lead to a lot of unknowns, variables on how the equipment was used, and that's not something we want to pass on to our customers. So one of the fun things about Good Works Tractors is that we try to be unorthodox in the ways that we attract our customers. So one of those ideas are going to be running contests, promotions, different things that make buying a tractor or even just being in the online age a fun thing to do. So, right now at the shooting of this video, we have a current pallet fork giveaway contest going on our website, and you just need to be able to find the hidden picture on our website of the pallet forks and submit it to us in our email account. So I've got information about that contest on our website too. But we like to set things apart from the competition and how we can connect with you and simply make it fun. We want everything about owning and buying and looking at tractors to be fun. We really enjoy it. I feel like I'm retired every day and I'm just doing this for a hobby. It's a really good time, and I want my customers, my friends, and colleagues to feel the same way. So one of the other things that sets Good Works Tractors apart is going to be the name itself, right there, Good Works Tractors. And so I've done that because I want to be reminded periodically when customers ask me what that name's all about. And essentially it comes down to the fact that I want to be a good steward. I want to help out those that are in need, those that are less fortunate than I am. I feel I do have a blessed life, with my health, with my business, just with my family in general, and I want to make sure that I am not losing sight of that. And so a portion of the profits every year is going to go towards a couple great charities. We do sponsor a couple children on a monthly basis with Hope Chest, and we also support World Vision, which is going to provide support both domestically and abroad for women and children in need through medical supplies and through clothing and through school supplies and that kind of thing, where our dollar can go a long way. They're very highly rated organizations as well, and we're very happy to be part of those charities. So if you stuck around, I appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to understand more what this small business is all about. It's really the American dream. It's something, again, that is my passion. It's a lifestyle for me. If I was retired, this is what I would still be doing. I'm very fortunate, but I'm I'm thankful to all of you for watching, for following along, for spreading the word, for my customers who have purchased any equipment, and for future customers. So thank you very much, and spread the word. Good Works Tractors, right there. Have a great day.